Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have Overjoy Overdose. This is a song from some rhythm game competition or contest of some sort. That's about all the information I have, other than knowing that BilliumMoto worked on it, who I've heard at least partial work from before during another collaboration. But Mitsu Sleepy threw this onto the Patreon producer queue, and of course, as such, I'm obligated to hear it. But I'm also very intrigued because this apparently is a VTuber song as well. So I'm like, all right, where are they going to go with this? But let's find out, shall we? Let's go. Okay. Multicultural. Multilingual. All right. This is a very interesting way to start a song. It was like a character introduction. Loving the beat, loving the vibe of it. Really? Even writing the verses in multiple languages? It's a great pause. Whoever this VTuber is needs to chill. Stop flexing. I can only speak one language confidently. Alright? I want to hear how this drops. Ooh! Oh, okay! They went minimal. Woohoo! Oh, a little glitch hoppy on that, actually. Okay. Let's go. Also, great art and great editing on this as well. Fantastic video work. Really good hook, too. That ends, okay. Okay, so when looking more into the singer here, Valley, I saw that they use they, them pronouns, and I am going to be consciously aware of that going forward. The first thing I want to talk about is actually their languages, like how many were used. There were so many used, and given the accent that they have, I am assuming that Valley is an American, but very comfortable with Korean, a little bit on Japanese, but definitely feels like they have the Korean down pretty well. The French felt a little bit American, you know, like the way I would say things or try to say things in French. It's really hard to get around those aggressive consonants when you're so used to speaking with an American accent. It's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to transition to Asian languages for some reason. I think it's just the way that the vowels and everything are shaped kind of feels more natural going into that, at least for me. I think it's harder doing the more glottal stuff that exists with stuff like French and Russian. Those are a little bit harder for me, at least, to understand. So I could entirely be wrong there, but I'm just guessing based off how comfortable the English is. Definitely first language, but very impressed by how many varying language they decided to throw in here. I don't know how many are actually spoken by Valley specifically and how many they just kind of threw in and had Valley sing in this, just in the few phrases throughout the song to make it sound a little bit more multicultural, but that's getting a little too meta, so I'll move on to the music stuff instead. So this is one of the most fun compositions I've heard as a whole. Like when you look at the sound design of it, which I've talked about plenty before. The sound design is one of my favorite things about any electronic song, especially. There's just so much room for that flexibility, and this song has a lot of it. There's so many texture sounds being thrown in here. There's some like phaser stuff happening underneath to like add a little bit more texture to the percussion than there normally would be. And then also like during the drop, having like the straight up DJ scratches, that was so sick. I love that effect on there. It feels so good in this song. It's not a sound that is super common in modern production, and if it is, it's usually hidden. So it's not just an accent in this case. They're actually using it as part of the main production, and that's really neat to me. As somebody who loves that era of music in the 90s especially, where they had a lot of like beat stuff like this, it feels very Jet Set Radio, and I love that, and I love the energy this song brings as a result. It's just very uplifting, very high energy. The pauses that happened, like the two pauses in the middle, the production is so on point here. Just brilliant job overall and all around for everybody who worked on the production for this. I really love the piano in this too, like those chords just being so staccato and so beat productive, assistive. I love that. They didn't sustain anything really. They had a few flourishes throughout too, like little keyboard just flicks, you know, like little mini arpeggiated stuff that was just added throughout all the other texture, like alongside those phasers and sounds that were added alongside the percussion. So it felt so unified. This beat is absolutely brilliant. Everybody who had a hand in this just did a great job. I can't get over that. I'm gonna start geeking out about it more. I've already been talking too much. And more on that bass drop. That was so good. It was so heavy. It was so stripped down. It was mostly just like the bass synth, that like sub low rumble bass. That was really sawtoothy and aggressive. I love that. And as we all know, I love that sound. It's so thick. And then all of the record scratches on it just added that much more texture. And it was just, I actually may argue this is one of the best electronic songs I've heard in recent memory in overall production. This is brilliantly handled. Everything is so immensely well balanced, so perfected down to the very millisecond in between. Everything felt so on point, so in place. Nothing felt out of line here. It just was so good. Everything about this production feels really nice. The visuals, like I mentioned earlier as well, just add that much more to it. I love being able to see the no texture behind the characters a lot of the time. Having things like that is one of those like little in-jokes that people who are into editing would understand, but everyone else just goes, hey, that looks kind of cool, visually interesting. I love that sort of stuff. I love how many visual, like, referential things there are in this. There's so many little things, even down to stuff like the little marching ant dotted lines that are like bordering half of the art as it's placed and scattered across the screen throughout the video. It's all these little things. It's so cool. I love those inclusions. I love that little personality thrown into the video. So there's so much to love about this that I can't find anything to hate about this at all. I love everything about this production, the video, the song, everything about it. Just round of applause. I hope everybody else in the comments can do the same. Round of applause. This is one of the best songs I've heard produced in a hot minute, and I believe they deserve all the praise for that. Fantastic work from everybody. Fantastic work to the singer. Fantastic work to all the producers and all the artists. I love this, and I'm adding it to my daily playlist. So with that said, I think I've said everything I want to say about this and everything I can without sounding like a broken record, no pun intended. And yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more of me getting to songs and being nerdy about stuff, leave a comment down below of a song I should get to next, and I will do my best. It can be from any property, it doesn't really matter. And if you liked me and you want to support me and follow me and all that, you know how to do that. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!